Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So did you see yesterday's video when I was going to do like one trial piece and it ended up being 4 trial pieces? So this is the tray that I've been nervous about doing because of the color scheme. Normally I would just jump in and do it, but because the colors I'm trying to match, this is it again. If you haven't seen it, go back and check out yesterday's video. This is what she sent me. These are so hard to achieve, this color. So I did 4 different trials. This was my first one with silver in the flower and then green on the back, which the green was too light and you couldn't really see the petals. Then we moved to a dirty pour. And then we tried color in my pigment with the silver background. And then I tried alcohol inks with white pigment and a silver background. So I gave her a picture of everything on top of the fabric. What she wants me to do is use this color flower with this color background. So this was my alcohol ink in the resin. The rest were mica powder, which were a little darker. So then she mentioned she liked the iridescence in this one, and I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be blobby, and I'm really nervous about the blobs, but I'm gonna try it. I want to make her happy. I want it to be something she wants. So I think I'm not going to mix it into my pigment. So I'm gonna mix white pigment, green pigment, and an iridescent pigment, not pigment. Maybe I will put it, I don't know. No, just the mica powder. So I'm going to have 3 different pipes, like piping bags, and then that's how I'm gonna try to do that. I wonder if I should do a trial real quick. You know what, you guys? You're gonna get a bonus coaster. I'm gonna do a trial on what I'm thinking. So surprise, you're gonna get 2 projects. I am definitely doing the tray today. But I do want to try what I have in my head. Let me do that. Let me get prepared for that instead of the tray. I'll be right back. All right, so it's at 32.5 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in about 1 ounce. I mixed up 2. And I'm gonna split the rest between the 3 cups for the 3 colors. Gosh, I hope this works. Otherwise, I will make adjustments and I'm gonna just jump right in with 2 feet on that tray. I just don't wanna screw up like 36 to 40 ounces of resin, because you don't know what it looks like until you backfill it and then turn it over. So it's not like I'm working from the front up. All right, I'm just gonna split this into 3. Yeah. Trying to remember what I'm doing here. I don't usually get nervous, but this color scheme is very difficult. I don't ever usually test anything. All right. So this one, I'm going to do the interference green for the shimmer. Not a ton, but enough to see it. I just don't want this to fall. And the other 2 I'm gonna do, now I gotta clean my mold. I'm gonna do my white pigment, and then one of them is gonna get a little hint of green. Like a half a drop of the green, if that's possible. I did get some powder in my resin there. Get that out. All right, so I'm using Ocean White for the white. To just pass transparent. I did put a pretty big drop on there so I didn't have to do it twice. So we'll see what happens. That's good. I'll do this one. Now on the tray, I'm going to use piping bags, but for this one, I'm just going to pour it out of the cup since it's just a trial test piece. And that looks good. Now, whichever one has less is the one I'm going to put green in, which is this one. Let me mix it. I want like somehow, oh, this one's not even open. I know I have one open. Let me find it. This one. Same thing. It's just open. I'm going to drip it onto my stick over here so I can get some off. Now, this is the green that she saw me do on a tray that she said she liked. So it's not the same green that I used in that other coaster. So we'll see how it ends up looking. There's like half a drop in here. All right. No alcohol inks. Everything is just going to be colored from the paste, pigment paste. I'm nervous, you guys. Can you tell? Oh my gosh. So I think what I'm going to do is, whoops, I need a lighter first. I'm missing one of my lighters in here. Somebody must have came and grabbed it. All right. I'm going to draw most of the flower with the white. Whoop. And I think I'm going to use my little stick here to just draw a little center in there. Use this to... All right, so the green, I want it really thin somehow. Just a little bit of green. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the mica powder. Thank God I'm testing this because now I'm nervous about this whole thing. Don't know how much you're going to see of this stuff. All right, now I'm going to get the bubbles out that I just put in. And then draw my petals. Find my dotting tool. Let's see. that's all I could do for right now. Oh, I need to swirl my center. I don't know, maybe this will be the winner. All I can do is wait. All right, I'll be back as soon as it's cured enough to get the silver on the back. Are you guys ready to end this saga? Or should I say begin the saga? Whatever this looks like, we're going for the tray. I'm just gonna make adjustments how I feel, and that's what we're doing. So this was what was left over. It filled it perfectly, so I got another little turtle. So we'll make a little keychain out of this. Super cute. Came out really nice in that color, actually. Nice and sparkly. So let's see what we have. I can't believe I had to do 5 different coasters. And hopefully this one, because this was my plan. So let's see what it looks like. Huh. I definitely need to make adjustments. Not crazy about that. So I'm gonna use a piping bag, because I don't like how thick that came out. I don't know, you guys. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. There's a little bit of green. I mean, those are the colors that she needs. So let's just pray it comes out cleaner and I don't ruin the resin. All right, I'm gonna get ready for this tray. All right, so I let that go through the vacuum chamber extra long just because it was 14 ounces I mixed up. I've got it to almost 34 degrees. I want to hit 34 before I pour. I'm just gonna raise the temperature a little bit higher than I did in the coasters, hoping that changes some of those blobbies things. Once it hits 34, I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in those 3 little cups and then mix up my colors after I pour this out. We're almost there, 33.9, there we go, 34. And other than that, the only thing I'm changing is piping bags. Oh, I do need these first. Make sure I have plenty, because this is going to be a much larger bloom. And I'm hoping the rest covers the base. I didn't cut it exactly in half. Like I said, this holds 36, but I didn't want it very deep at all. Let me grab a bigger spatula to get all this resin out of here. Trying not to incorporate many bubbles. Let's hope it covers. If it doesn't cover, I'm already in a problem. That's good. I think we should be good. Then I will use my lighter to pop any bubbles. And then it did cool down when you pour it out, of course. It's not deep anymore. So I will let it I'm gonna take my time mixing my colors so it can heat back up and get nice and like honey. You want honey consistency. I don't know what brand you're using, but 34 degrees seems to be the best for Let's Resin brand 4-hour fast cure. But if you're not using this brand, test your brand. Either time it or temperature it if you have a thermometer. I just want to get all these bubbles off so they don't hinder my petals any. And then I'm going to go around the edge and get all the bubbles off of the sides if I can get my tool out of here. I guess I'm using this one. So there's some bubbles lodged on the 90-degree angles that I want to get off, like that one. And that one. Before I can't see them anymore. Another one over here. Okay, let me just pop all those. If they didn't pop on their own. If I was you, I would not torch something this thin. You're just asking for a problem. All right, let's start mixing up some colors. In this one here, I'm gonna do my white. Actually, two of them I'm gonna do white. But the one white, I'm going to add the green, which I didn't see in that coaster very much. I saw the interference green, but I can't see any of the green pigment. That's about perfect. I know in the coaster I went a little heavy because I didn't want to do 2 drops of white for whatever reason, because I was being lazy and I was too confident. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go 1 drop at a time and get it perfectly the way I usually do it instead of too dark. That could be why the white is so heavy in that coaster, because I did go a little too dark in these little cups when I was mixing it. So this one is on the transparent side, which, you know what? I'm going to leave it like that because I'm going to put the drop of green in. Literally 1 drop and mix it. Then we'll see what color I have. I don't think I want to go any darker than that. Maybe like let me see them together. No, you can clearly see the difference, so I'm not going to go any darker than that. I'm just going to mix up my interference green. I got some more bubbles to pop over here. And I'm not going to go heavy on this powder either. I just did a small little speck. And I'm going to transfer these over to piping bags, and we are going to get started and pray this works the first time. I really wish you could see it before you back it, don't you guys? Then you wouldn't be wasting back coats. All right, that's pretty. That's just an iridescent. It's still a little transparent, but it's got the shimmer that she wants. So let's get this stuff in some piping bags. Let me cap everything, move it all out of my way. I don't want any hindrances. Again, I'm going to pop these bubbles. And I'm going to use the pattern I did on that beautiful tray that I did before. Pictures on the screen. If you didn't see that video, it was gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and use that pattern. Let me move this out of the way. All right. I'm going to get these all in the bags and come back when I'm ready. So let me just cut I'm going to start with my white. That's the white. I'm going to go in with the mica powder next. And then a little bit of the green. And then we pray. That's all I can do. Oh, I might have cut that one a little too big. Try not to squeeze too much. All right, now I'm going to grab a dotting tool and a paper towel. I'm going to pull this way, just because it all collected right there. And first I want to pop some bubbles. Really need this to bloom. I really don't want to do this again. Okay, so I'm going to pull these ones out. And that one too, I guess. And then I'm going to pull from the sides. And I think I'm going to add a couple green leaves like I did on that tray a while ago, coming in from the sides. Swirl the center for her. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to use the green pigment. However, I'm going to put it in a little cup. Because I don't want to squeeze it out wrong. I'm just going to draw a couple lines, a little bit of a dot at the end, and then tapering to the center. And I'm going to do that in all 4 spots. That. And I'm just drawing the line to kind of coax it to, that's the way I want it to move, so please listen to me. And one more over here. And then I just have to walk away and pray it blooms nice. Need to fix that one. All right, well, I'm gonna pop some bubbles, figure out what to do with this leftover, and hope I didn't go too far out. I'll stick you on a time lapse. If it's not gonna work, you're not gonna see the time lapse. It has been 18 hours. And I've been thinking the entire 18 hours, what in the world went wrong? Look at this, you guys. 1 inch bloomed. That's it. Nothing on the sides, nothing in the middle. And for the past like 15 hours, it has bothered me so much that I don't understand what happened. So this is complete garbage. So I know what happened. I think I know what happened. However, this is the biggest plot twist I've ever put on a video. The rest of this video is going to actually be for another customer. So I had 2 orders come in at the same time. This one, I also had somebody want to order a clock. But there were some issues with her clock that couldn't be overcome with the mold that she wanted to use, because she sent me these photos. These are all West Virginia. So her name is Lisa. She orders a lot of tumblers from me. A lot of them that you have seen are hers. And other things too. She always has beautiful images she sends me. She wanted this on a clock. She wanted it on a clock mold. However, they wouldn't fit correctly without going massively and costing a ton of money more, getting special parts for it. I said, how about we do a rectangular clock? I'm going to salvage this. I'm turning the video that I'm making for Sherry into a video that I am now making for Lisa, because she said that's a great idea. Why go with the extra cost and all the extra parts? It's still going to be a clock. So I pulled out the numbers that I have. I'm going to use just the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9. And I'm going to cover this with blue mica powder. So I'm going to pour another 14 ounces in here and let it cure completely. I have printed all of her images. I can't use all of them. She wanted like a collage type thing. And she knows I'm not using all of them, but I wanted all of them to print anyway and pick and choose. So we're going to do the collage over the blue mica powder, cover it with clear, and I'm going to just back coat it to cover the bloom. What do you think? Is it like a save? Because I think I know. God, I hope I think I know. I think I know what went wrong, but I'm not going to talk about that until tomorrow's video. So if you want to see this bloom work, I hope, I think, then come back tomorrow, because I think I know what the problem is. I hope I know what the problem is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix up 14 more ounces, mix in my blue mica powder, and get it cured. I know you guys know how to pour resin. I'm just going to do that off camera. I'm going to prep all these pictures, cut them in different shapes, sizes, and we're going to come back when this is ready to adhere. Now this is printed on vinyl, and I've already spray coated it with matte sealer so the ink does not run underneath the resin, the clear top coat resin. All right, big huge plot twist, guys. Hang in there with me. We're gonna get this done one way or the other. I did finish off the extras I have so far, and I don't know if I showed you this one or not. The little turtle keychain finished with a little starfish on there, and I put a tan tassel with it. I also marbled some purple in the leftover white and put a butterfly on that keychain. I used the leftover green and mica powder, mixed them together, and I put it in my heart mold. And then with the rest of the purple, I made another moon and hung a little butterfly with it. So those were the extras so far for this video. So yeah, hang on, I'll be right back. It is cured. How do you like the color? I know I didn't bring you with me when I was pouring it, but I'm trying to keep this video kind of lined up from here on out, you guys. So what I've done, I've taped it up because I need to put the numbers on before I start putting all these photos on. So I've cut them and I've kind of piled them in color scheme. So these ones all have blue water of some sort, waterfalls. These are kind of like fallish. I did make these tiny ones, but I don't know if I'm going to use them because they're really, really tiny and you can't really see them. So I wanted to put these numbers on. I'm just doing the 12, 3, 9, and 6 and 9. So I have measured the center and marked it here. I'm just going to pull these off. And I think I should probably UV resin them down. I gotta just trim this. That or I have to glue them some sort. Oh gosh, I hope these are underneath the resin, or these are gonna have to go on later. Let me check with I didn't even think of that. Okay, they're under. Oh goodness, that would have been unbelievable if I have to do that again. So I'm just gonna put the 12, and I do have to trim the bottoms of these. I should have done that off camera, but I didn't. So I'm gonna put these on. I'm gonna start situating all these these pictures for them. But I do want to somehow, because these aren't very sticky. I mean, I guess I could use E6000 glue, but then I have to wait, and I don't want to wait. Well, I guess they are kind of sticky, but I don't trust the resin. I just don't trust it popping it up when I'm not looking. Floating it, that would be terrible because I can't salvage this a second time. All right, there's the 12. Let me get these all cut out, and I'm just gonna put you on a fast forward because you don't need to watch me struggle with these letters or numbers, I mean. Okay, this is done and ready for the next step. What do you think? You like the silver washi tape? I think it looks gorgeous. Silver and blue always go together nicely, and I literally used it to the last strip. There's like nothing left of that one. So what I'm gonna do now, I have Mod Podge in this bottle. I'm going to pretend this is like a tumbler, and anytime I use washi tape or vinyl or anything, I seal it before I resin over it, because this stuff has a tendency of lifting and floating, and then we have a bigger problem. So I'm just gonna find myself a brush. I UV resined all the numbers down, so these should not go anywhere. You're not gonna see that resin once it's filled in with the other resin. Let me just get some of these little bits out of here. And then I'm gonna wash it down not really wash it down, just wipe some of these little spots that have some sparklies, but actually, yeah, I'm getting my fingerprints off too. I'll probably I know I put sparkle in all of her tumblers. I might just put a little tiny dab of diamond dust. That little crushed crystal that I always use in the top coat. Not much, literally a drip. So I'm just going to, and this stuff will dry clear and it will have no effect on anything. I really just want it over the washi tape more than anything. And then the sparkle will come right back when we put some clear resin on it. Whoops. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished and mix up some resin, and I'll see you right there. Everything is nice and dry. Everything is covered. I could see that everything got covered. I mixed up 12 more ounces, so this would be a total of 40 if it takes all of it. It shouldn't take all of it. And then as I'm mixing my resin, I realized I think she wanted something written on this. And I go back in my email, and she did. So if I can get it to fit, she wanted to say Almost Heaven, West Virginia. So I will have to do that in permanent vinyl over the top after it's completely done. And if I can fit it, like, these are the only little spots I have. So gosh, I wish I would have reread the email before I put all these pictures in. So I hope you can forgive me, Lisa, if I can't get it all to fit, but I'm gonna try my hardest. All right, so I'm just going to take literally the tip of this. I don't want a lot of sparkle in here. I don't want the pictures to be covered. And then I'm going to run this through my vacuum chamber. Even though the glitter will cover any bubbles, I'm not going to take any chances that I miss anything. So I will run this through the vacuum chamber for about 5 minutes, and then I will come back and pour it on. Are we ready to pour? I am ready. Let's get this salvaged tray finished into a clock. So once it's completely cured, I will have Dawn measure the center, drill out the hole, and get the hardware installed. Make sure it's all gonna fit right. I'm going to finish something on the edges. Oh, do I need more resin? I'm gonna need more resin, you guys. So that is definitely more than 36, because I have 40 in it right now. it's not domed. So I'm gonna mix up a few more ounces, and I'll do that off camera. And we will demold this together. Surprise, I finished it. There was no reveal for demolding, so I just unmolded it. And I finished it off. I put all the hardware on. I had Don drill me a hole. I put the letters on, Almost Heaven, West Virginia, which actually looks really good. And then on the sides, I put on some blingy bling in silver, so it covers up all those layers of clear, and then the blue, and then the clear. So that's that. Can you see all the sparkle? I think it came out great. I can't wait for them to see it. Well, that's a wrap, you guys. I will get you some final pictures on this and also all the little extras. And I will see you all tomorrow. You guys all have a blessed day. Bye.